Oh, what is up, you beautiful people of YouTube? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a little off today. I've been a little off the past couple days because your boy went to the Phillies game on Wednesday. Had myself a fru bruise, and then I was up late last night watching the game. Didn't get much sleep, celebrating the W. So yeah, I'm a little I don't want to say under the weather, just a little lackadaisical. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Infinity Gamer? So anyway, I had a lot of fun last week. I was doing research for my miners in the Uber video, which will be posted tomorrow. I was hoping to have it up earlier in the week, but you know how it goes. But that will be posted tomorrow, and then I am looking for, or sorry, researching. And by researching, I like to look at other videos. You know, I like to learn what else is out there, and you know, I figured as opposed to just going down this rabbit hole by myself, I could do it with you guys. I had a lot of fun doing that last time. What's up, Lisa? How are you? So this week we will be watching these infamous videos of people stealing from an Uber driver, and you know, videos related to that. Um, I actually remember seeing this one before, but I didn't. I don't think I've seen this woman's reaction. So what's up, Rod Zoo the Clown? Um, which I don't know. Just from the title, you know, it's for you fellow drivers out there. It's always so funny to me. You know, it's like the way people act. What do they say? You know, character is how you act when nobody's watching. And I feel like the way people act in an Uber is like the Uber driver is just a forgettable. What do gamers say? Infinity Gamer. What do you say? The oh, what's up? Retro reminiscing. NPC. What is it? A non-player character. What does NPC stand for? But honestly, they treat Uber drivers like NPC. What does that stand for? A non-playing character, right? Um, Thanks, Lisa. Appreciate it. Hey, and I feel good. Don't get me wrong. I can't. I express myself wrong. I'm just tired. That's all. I'm flying high from that Philly win. You know, just a little too much. A little too much fun. You know, sometimes you gotta chill. So I'm not my. Usually I feel like I'm operating at like a 9 or a 10 when I come on these things, and today I'm only like a 6 or a 7. Non-playable character. Thank you. Yeah. So honestly, I feel like, and I think a lot of people would agree. I feel like people treat Uber drivers like they're non-playable characters, like they're just like some sort of, you know, plug-in, replaceable, just person in the front seat. That's, you know, who cares what they think of you. And honestly, I talk about that a lot in my book. I think it's a opportunity for me that I don't think a lot of people get this day and age. Like I get to see real human, like unfiltered actions, and you know, just the way people are, because they kind of treat me like an NPC. But I find it hilarious because I mean the video I'm working on, uh, why I'm looking this stuff up, the what these girls did in my car, they were acting a certain way, and then they realized they were being recorded, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is being recorded." And it's just kind of funny, you know, like the way people act. Like what is stupid thing today? Model who stole Uber tip jar. I had no idea people would see it. Yeah, no kidding. Um, but anyway, so I remember seeing this video, but I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see what she says. Like how do you justify it? Also, how's the volume today? Last time I was off the Richter with my should I turn it down a little? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, what's up, Ricardo? Man, it's been a minute. Good to see you. Blast from the past. What's up, Rosary Lady? Down deep down in Texas. Well, how's it? Where the stars are night, big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. All right, I'm just gonna assume my mic's working good. Oh, this is where I ran into the problem last time, though. I'm gonna have to blast this sucker. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Let me turn this front and back. Oh. Alright. Hopefully this works. Let me know if you can hear this video or not.
Inside Edition first showed you last week. An 18-year-old passenger wearing a bra takes cash out of a tip jar and then hops out of the Uber.
Alright. That's just like... like, that's one of those pieces of information, like, when they're writing that, that's just like... That's like, okay, you know, what are those trends? Like, you know, tell me you're a Philadelphian without telling me you're a Philadelphian. This is this journalist's way of saying, like, I don't know, fill in the blank. Tell me you're a blank without telling me you're a blank. An 18-year-old passenger wearing a bra as if you couldn't see it. Like, like, why don't you just call her a whore? Hey, we know that's what you're doing.
The video Inside Edition first showed you last week. An 18-year-old passenger wearing a bra takes cash.
Like, what? And for the record, that's not my opinion that she's wearing that. To me, that just looks like a normal thing. It's just like, I just think that's pretty funny how he just interjected that.
Out of a tip jar and then hops out of the Uber. During the ride, Gabrielle Canales eyes the money in the tip jar. She seems to be...
I will say, it is, you know, it is something, if you're wearing something in public that has to be blurred out, you know, for the internet, maybe it's not the most appropriate thing.
Pondering whether to actually do it. Then, when the ride is over, she brazenly bolts with the cash.
Like, what is the thing? Okay, I guess it looks like she's staring at the camera. She's probably she's definitely looking at the rear view. But like, dude, you'll see, you guys seen in my videos, I've shown the camera before. I mean, if you've been in an Uber, like, I don't know. Maybe this guy's hiding the... I don't know how you hide the camera and still get such a clear picture. So it's like, guys, I don't know how many times I gotta say this. Every time you step outside of your door, every time you're in public, you should just assume that you're being recorded. It's 2023. It's the world we live in. Even 5 years ago, she should know this. Oh, what's up, Jack Lansdale back in the building? Dude, I like Inside Edition a lot. Thanks, Vidya. D-Gaff Foo Cup. What's up, man? Thanks so much for coming out, guys. Of course I've been to Ben Salem. A buddy of mine's actually a cop up there. You know, these are good questions. You know, and I thought the same thing when I first saw this. You know, leaving the tip jar there, you run the risk of this. But then at the same time, when you see the tip jar, it does make people more inclined to tip. So I don't know. I have an idea. You know, something that I honestly, I might do the video tonight. Tell me what you guys think of it. A little, you know, I don't know, behind the scenes or what do they call that? Like, I'm telling you, my brain isn't working today. I blame the Phillies. I know Jack was up late watching last night. You know, a little preemptive, you know, just rough draft. I'm sharing the rough draft with you, but you know, there's not a lot. As I tried to find these videos, I was surprised there wasn't actually a lot of instances of people stealing from Ubers, at least not on YouTube that I could find. And you know, I really do believe that most people aren't out there looking to do bad. That's like one of my tenets of life. I'm telling you, like I think in a situation like this girl saw this opportunity. She thought it'd be stupid or funny. It's, you know, honestly, in my opinion, she's probably not even stealing for the money. She's probably stealing for the story of stealing, you know? Like, she's not going out thinking, I need $7 in order to pay for whatever I'm doing today. She's like, oh, I'm just going to steal for a driver. And shame on her two friends for not, you know, it looks like the girl's staring right at the driver too, and I guess that's a dude sitting behind the driver. Maybe he didn't see it, but it's like, shame on her friend sitting next to her. If I saw my friend doing that, I would hope I'd be like, yo, dude, don't be a jackass. This guy's out here working, you know? But anyway, I have this idea for a video where if I'll leave like a $20 bill on my back seat, and then if the person gets in my car and gives me the $20, I'll give them $100. You know what I mean? And then if they keep the $20, well, then they have to live with the guilt of being a thief and miss out on the $100 when they see the video. I don't know. I feel like it's been done before, but you know, at this day and age, well, even before this day and age, and nothing new under the sun, right? And you know, I feel like nobody. I'll be honest. A lot of the videos I see, I don't trust, and I kind of just want to do it myself. Imagine calling the police. Imagine. What's up, Toasty Buns? Yeah, actually, Michelob Ultra sent me this. Because my they sent my grandmother this. They sent us a little care package because she was talking about in the video how much she loved Michelob Ultra. Do you flip off Uber driver? That's actually a great video idea. I actually love that. I have not been to E-House. I don't know what E-House is. I probably should be live for like an hour, so I'm not sure how long your classes are, but hope they go well. I believe in nothing but good juju for the Phillies. Yes, indeed. That's a tip jar. Do it with a fake $100 bill. Somebody call the cops on me. Get out of my car now. Oh, that's funny. I know exactly the video you're talking about. The dude, she's at like a hospital or something. All right, sorry. This is my brain, ADD brain. I'm like 17 minutes in and I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to do here. All right, and see, this is why I do this on live, because I feel like when I'm doing this on live, at least I'm like, you know, still being productive here and getting to connect with you guys. Because when I do this on myself, if I, you know, as crazy as this sounds, like I'm actually at least staying on task, because if it wasn't for this stream, I would have clicked about 3 of these other videos on the side by now. All right, let's rock.
Then, when the ride is over, she brazenly bolts with the cash, and it was just $5. Now, Gabrielle, an aspiring model, is speaking out exclusively to Inside Edition. People aren't happy with what you did.
No, they definitely aren't. And I don't blame them, because I did something wrong. I know I did something wrong, but I accepted that, and I apologized.
So your family, I imagine, sounds like your family wasn't happy with you.
I'm embarrassed for them, because I really did embarrass everyone I know.
Comments online have been brutal. She's being called nasty, low-life scum, human garbage.
Oh man, brutal. That's a day in the life of an Uber driver in Philly. Come on.
You're getting some pretty hateful stuff here.
Yeah, and it's all day.
All day. The driver didn't press charges, but there's no doubt
over $5.
He was convicted in the court of public opinion. She wanted to apologize on Inside Edition.
I took a man's hard-earned money, and I would be upset if someone did that to me. So I do apologize for that.
This might be a very cynical take. I don't know. I've never been in that situation where I've done something like this on camera. But the fact that she's an aspiring model and she has the opportunity to, like, you know, get on Inside Edition, 2.9 million people see her, and, you know, she's doing the right thing here. You know, I think everything she said here was right. I mean, of course, it's stupid saying I had no idea people would see it. It's like, oh, the answer is I just wasn't thinking, you know? But I don't know. There's a part of me that's like she kind of saw the opportunity here, because she could have said all of those same things to that driver, but instead she comes on Inside Edition. I don't know. It's just that's the kind of world we live in. But can we just talk about this for a second? This, I have like a guilty. Is it a guilty pleasure or like whatever you call it? You know those like videos of like makeup transformations, or whenever you see celebrities like with makeup and without makeup. Like, can we just look at this woman right here, and then look at this woman here? Like, you can tell they look alike, but holy smokes! Like, if you put those two faces next to each other in a lineup, I would think they're different people. It's just like that's insane. Oh man. Oh, what's up, Tia? Dude, the thing is, Sarda Glow. You know, I try to say people's names, but it's like, especially today, my brain isn't working. But the thing is, a lot of these cars, I can't speak for this guy, but like I have a sign on my car that says you're on camera, and it's yellow. Like you got to be crazy to miss it. And even if you do miss it, you know, when I'm driving at night, the thing is lit up, lighting up the entire car, and it's like these people just like, you know, when you're in your own world, you just, I don't know, you don't think about it. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, it wasn't just me. Yeah, right, thank you. How crazy is that, you know? And it's like, man, that's honestly crazy. I don't know, that poor driver. I wish we could see the rest of the video, because he sees it happen and he's like,
I'm embarrassed for them.
what the fuck? All right.
Really did embarrass everyone I know.
Comments.
Yeah, I mean, I think she kind of. She did. Well, that's. All right, this is caught Uber Eats thief. I'm not gonna lie. Often, not just, you know, whether I'm walking around or you know, when I'm working and I see a delicious bag of food just sitting in front of like an apartment building and you just leave it outside, especially during COVID, because I guess nobody went inside during COVID. I'm like, it just amazes me how there isn't more food stolen, you know? And again, I think we always focus on the bad, and it's like the fact that you can always have, like, the fact that Uber Eats is a thing is like a testament to how the majority of people out there are good, you know? I think we always forget that. Let's see, caught Uber Eats thief. There looks like an Amazon package down here in the bottom right. What is going on here? Well, I think this is why this video doesn't have too many views, because I think they could have cut out the first. Oh, here we go. Now the plot thickens. Oh my God, it's so dramatic. Why did this guy do that? He should have circled the block. That was hilarious. Oh, maybe this is an Uber Eats driver and he couldn't find the address. Now he's going to come up, drop the food. Yep. Oh, don't tell me you're going to take the Amazon package. Come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, come on, man. You should know better. Oh my God. And why would he only take one? Like, if you're going to steal both, man. Maybe the other one was too heavy. Why would he do that? Like, you gotta have dropped off enough food to like. You can probably see this camera right there. Oh my gosh. What an idiot. Unless the only way this is smart is if he's not actually an Uber Eats driver and he just got a bag of food and he's posing as an Uber Eats driver. But otherwise, what an idiot, man. Like, exactly. Like, when does my brain actually work? That's a good question, Akil. This video don't have too many views because the viewers ain't viewing the video at a high enough viewing rate. Why do people steal? Yeah. All right. I mean, that was good for the laugh. I love backing up, but come on, man. Be better. Be better. All right. Uber driver deals with attempted armed robbery. That could be good. 10K views. Chinatown, Washington. What's up, Prestige? Prestige Worldwide. Thanks, Russell Thomas. I don't know if that's the Russell Thomas I know or not, because the profile pic looks a little off. But I actually have a good friend named Russell Thomas, so I don't know if that's you or not, but if so, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right, let's give this a shot. I'm really curious about this.
Austin, how you doing? Please be careful with your beverage.
Oh, absolutely. Just continue.
Yeah, whatever it is, just please be careful.
Oh, absolutely. No.
Brand new
Try to
car.
drink as much of it as possible before I go.
Yeah, please be careful with your beverage.
Oh, absolutely. Just continue.
Yeah, people say that to me. Please be careful with your beverage, guys. The sounds weird. I don't know what's going on. This is the video. All that static, but the guy goes, "It's just some tea," and people say that to me all the time. Especially like I think younger kids, they think they're all being badass by drinking alcohol, and it's like, dude, I don't care if there's alcohol in your cup. I just don't want it to spill. That's all it is. It's like, oh, it's just some tea. It's like, who cares what it is? I just don't want it on my seat.
Whatever it is, just please be careful.
Oh, absolutely. No.
Brand new
Try to
car.
drink as much of it as possible before I got here.
Do me a favor for your safety. Get your seatbelt for me.
I'm already on it.
Thank you.
David.
Okay. Can I help you?
Where that money at?
You need to get out.
What? Man, what the fuck you mean? Stop paying me. Where that money at?
I don't have any money.
Stop paying me. Where's that? Right now.
I
Give it to
don't
me.
have
Right
cash.
now.
It's a digital world, bro.
Man, give me your
I
wallet.
don't have it.
Give me your wallet. Right now. Give it to me. Bro, stop this.
You gonna shoot me?
Give me that wallet.
Get the fuck out of here. You don't want to get shot? Come on,
Give me
man.
that wallet, bro.
No.
Bro, stop playing me before I hit you right there. Give me that wallet, bro.
Fuck you. I got it on my camera, too.
Oh, you shoot him. Fucking awesome. Not gonna lie, I'm super grateful for you right now.
Well, ex-military, fuck him.
I mean, that's insane.
Show me his gun.
Jesus.
Oh man, he's jacked up right now too. You can tell. Holy smokes, that was awesome. Oh my god. Dude, that How does this have 10K views? I am about to. I mean, I don't know. I see a lot of these videos. I'm a millennial, so the whole reacting to things like this is cool watching together. But like posting a reaction video, I like doing them. I just like. I guess I watch reaction videos myself. I don't know, but I digress. That was wild. I was like, this. I was like, what? Maybe call it stereotypical. But if a guy's drinking tea, I just don't see him as like somebody that's going to attempt an armed robbery. So when he got in, I was like, what is going on here? Coffee drinkers, sure, you're all jacked up, but a tea drinker, I mean, come on. Dude, how crazy is, I think all these guys, you see them, I think they're all together. They're literally pushing a stroller. Look at this. They're out for a family walk. And they're like, not to play all devil's advocate and try to find a silver lining. But like, this is extreme and this guy is a scumbag. And like, I think people like this should, this might be an extreme reaction before I give maybe an extreme empathy take on it. I think people that, try to strong arm their way into robbing somebody, especially somebody just doing their job, it's like, put him under the jail, man. Like, I have no sympathy for these kind of people. But at the same time, I do have to say, like, it does go back to this idea where, like, I don't know if this guy does this at all if this car isn't here. You know what I mean? Where it's like, and I don't mean to say that this is, this guy's fault for being there, but we're just people, we're opportunistic people, and most people would never take this opportunity to do this. But this guy's walking down the street. I don't know if he necessarily has the plan to be like, okay, I'm going to rob someone today. Instead, he's walking down the street. Maybe he's trying to look a certain way in front of his friends or family or whoever that is. And then he does this. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's what I've been thinking about with this video that I'm about to share. Like, it's these little choices in life that just like change. All right, I'm rambling here, but you literally see them. They got a stroller there. There's a little kid.
Can I help you?
What that money at?
You need to get out.
What? Stop paying me. Where that money at?
I don't have any money.
Stop paying me. Where's that? Right now.
I don't have cash. It's a digital world, bro.
Digital world, bro. That should be a t-shirt. Oh my god. Dude, can we just watch the driver's face? He's just like, this is the coolest dude. He's just like,
Where that money at?
You need to get out.
What? What the fuck? Stop paying me. Where that money at?
I don't have any money.
look at him smile a little bit here.
Stop paying me. Where that money at?
I don't have any money.
Stop paying me. Where's that? Right now.
I don't have
right
cash.
now.
It's a digital world, bro.
Man, give me your wallet.
I don't have it.
Give me your wallet. Right now. Give it to me. Bro, stop this.
You gonna shoot me?
Give me that wallet.
Get the fuck out of here. You don't want to get shot. Come on,
Give me
man.
that wallet, bro.
No.
Bro, stop playing before I hit you, bro. Give me that wallet, bro.
Oh my god. Look how happy he is. He's jacked up.
It's got my camera too.
Oh, look at you. Fucking awesome. Not gonna lie, I'm super grateful for you right now.
Well, ex-military. Fuck him.
He's jacked up.
It's insane.
Show me his gun.
Dude, that was all. I love this video. Oh, you have a nice blaze, Rosary Lady. Crime of opportunity. That's what I'm trying to say. Bad group of friends, exactly. Dude, that was awesome. Yeah, I see little Jeff Daniels in him. Oh, what's up, Aswin? The volume on the video is a little off. That let me know on the next one. The volume on this one was oh, it's not 10K. It's gotcha. Okay, I follow. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. They got some sort of advertisement here.
Mark, you're the man right now.
That was awesome. Wait, didn't we?
Help you get in front of more customers, like custom email templates and automations.
Didn't we already see this? Oh, it's a different one. Oh.
How are you?
Good for Uber?
Yes.
What's the name?
Sandy?
Sandy?
Yes.
Okay. How's your day going?
So, I don't know if you guys ever saw this guy before. He always pops up on his shorts, gets like millions of views. And all his videos are fake, and it drives me crazy. It makes me think like, dude, maybe I should just, I don't know. I don't know. There's enough negativity in the world. Why do you gotta fake negativity for views? You know, that's just like, I don't know.
Pretty good. I'm kind of in a rush, so
Yeah, you're just going right up here?
yeah.
Oh, make sure you put your seatbelt on.
It drives me crazy because all these fake videos, and it's not just this, but like people always sit like in the middle, or you know, it always happens to be, not in this case, but like, I mean, it's a pretty girl, but like a lot of times it's like a girl wearing a very low cut shirt and like all done up. And I think, you know, ride share of whatever this guy is, like, hey man, you do you. I think what drives me crazy is related to some of the comments I get on my videos. There was one today that just drove me nuts. But it's like, it just reminds me how many, like, stupid people there are in the world to fall for this crap. You know, like, it's not so much that I'm upset with this guy doing his thing to, you know, build his channel, whatever. It's just the fact that it works, you know? Like, I just, oh, man. I got this comment today, drove me crazy. My puppy videos, like, getting a little traction. It occasionally, like, you know, gets a couple thousand views here and there. And hold on, where do I see the comments? You gotta read this one. All right. Okay, so this is for the puppy at work video. So this is driving with a puppy at work. Dangerous and massively irresponsible. Uber license should be canceled. Shameful to exploit a puppy in order to sell views. Those supporting are equally shameful. Like, man, that guy must be fun at parties. Oh, man, alright, let's...
Oh, dang. Are these your tips?
Yeah, they are. Well, they're from this whole week.
Yeah, this whole week, yeah. People are tipping hundreds of dollars. There's like $600, and they're all $100 bills.
Wow.
Like, that happens in the
Fine
Uber.
tips. You drive like
Yeah, Uber like literally pays us, like, I'm literally gonna make $3 on this ride. So like, I literally rely on tips because
wow.
yeah, I hate Uber. Like, Uber sucks. Like, they literally, like, they barely pay us.
Yeah. Well, I will definitely. I only have like a few dollars, but
Oh, thank you. I mean, anything is great. Like,
Oh, you're the first person in this car that doesn't have a $100 bill.
I mean, obviously the more the merrier, but I mean, don't feel bad for me. Like, literally feel bad for all the Uber drivers. Like, you know, there's like a study that just came out saying that drivers make $6 an hour after expenses.
that can be true.
It is. I mean, think about all the gas.
All right, you know what? Maybe, and see, this is how we're just getting dumber and dumber and dumber. The shorts that always pop up of this guy are like the little clips that are going to get millions of views. Maybe this guy's approach is like using this as a vehicle to share this kind of information and, you know, encourage people to tip Uber drivers, or at the very least understand that, you know, the average Uber driver earnings may be lower than they expect. Basically, I recognize that this guy, you know, had a little writing in this and, you know, put some research in. So I appreciate that. I guess it just goes back to the fact that, like, with shorts, it's just the dumbest, simplest content gets rewarded and gets pushed to the top. So, you know, you do you, bro. You do you.
I'm putting on all the wear and tear I put on my car. I got people like, I mean, not you, but like people coming in my car, messing it up. I got to get it repaired. Got people throwing up in the back seat. Like,
But then why do you drive for Uber?
I got no other option. This is like, and I have to do this. I have to pay my bills. So I just drive like 12 hours a day.
That is crazy. No, I had no idea. I thought Uber drivers like were honestly fallen because everyone I feel like orders an Uber.
Well, I mean, I make like a lot of money, but I also spend.
everybody orders a Uber. It's like everyone goes to McDonald's, so everybody working behind the counter must be balling.
A lot of money. Like some days I make no money because it's like, you know, the rides are slow and I gotta, you know, I'm driving around looking for rides and I'm just wasting all this gas.
That seriously sucks. Like, I'm sure you're also like.
Well, I just want to be my own boss, you know. I feel like at least.
Is it worth it?
If I'm my own boss, I don't have to respond to anyone. You know, I have freedom, flexibility.
Amen to that, brother.
I mean,
But
I don't know.
Time, like, you're not.
I'm just waiting for a big ride, you know? Like, I love those $50 rides.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, I feel like you should probably not drive for Uber then, just because you could be spending.
You
that
guys hear this all right? My bad.
Just doing other stuff and not just behind those wheels.
Well, I gotta pay the bills, you know? They gotta be paid somehow.
Why don't you just work at a Chick-fil-A?
Because, like, they barely pay, like, $17 an hour.
But you're barely getting what you said, $6 an hour now.
Yeah, but, I mean, once I pay the car off, like, I only have another, like, 2 years on the car.
Do you guys hear that all right?
And then...
2 more years.
And then I'll be all profit, so... I'll be, like, I just gotta work every day for, like, 2 years, and then I'll be good.
Okay, I can see why your passengers are leaving you a big tip. You sound like you.
So you're just going right up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's fine.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Yeah, this is totally fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you right up here, because there's, so I can pull over legally.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
And then you said I can just leave the tip here, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you want. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, where's my tips?
Who's bumper text?
All right. So, you know, I'll admit, you know, it's we're all victim to it, you know, and I definitely judged that guy before seeing that. You know, I know that guy threw the shorts that pop up, and to me, it's very obvious fake. And you know, then I see a video like that, and it's obvious to me that this guy is like, you know. I think it's, you know, as you said, it's very obviously fake, and I think this guy's just using this as a vehicle to kind of put information out there about Uber, which I think is pretty cool, you know? But it's interesting how, you know, this video gets 93,000 views, but I guarantee we'll go to his shorts, and the ones that, you know, and the ones that you won't know are fake necessarily, 44 million, 26 million, 16, you know, like... It's just, it's what these platforms are doing. They're rewarding just the simple, you guys know what I'm saying. I've said this a million times. All right. Oh, I've seen this one before too. Again, fake. I don't know. I don't even want to watch this. All right, glad it sounds fine. I like Darren. I like Darren Levy. But again, I wonder. This is just personal research here. See, that's his most viewed video. I remember watching this a while ago. I'm not gonna watch it again. But basically,
30 at night on a Saturday, and I've spent a lot of. It's currently 9:30 at night on a Saturday, and I've spent a lot of time with police today. Something pretty messed up happened this morning.
Just fucking.
Now, this channel is supposed to be a place where I can document my funny Uber rides, but what happened to me this morning just wasn't funny. Over the past year, I've had some pretty unusual and occasionally messed up stuff happen in my car.
Whoa,
Don't do that. But there's a lot that doesn't make it to the channel because it's not appropriate for what I'm trying to do here, and that's create, you know, entertaining and generally positive content for you guys. But this morning, I found myself involved with what seemed like a getaway from a robbery, and I managed to capture a lot of it on this camera and on this phone. I've watched the raw footage back so many times, and I just can't help but feel that there's something like creative there, something like cinematic. But at the same time, I don't want to like ruin what this channel is or change what this channel is, because I think it's generally pretty like fun and lighthearted. Because if you want to see Uber drivers getting harassed and abused, you can already find that online.
Get out of my car!
So I thought a little bit about this, and I figured, well, what if I can, talk you through what happened this morning, commentate it, and turn it into an entertaining piece of content? Like, I think I can do that. But if I do, I want to make it over the top and stupidly dramatic.
See, and like, I dig everything he was saying there, and I think like what it's the paradox of content creation. This is his most viewed video, and he set that up. I mean, there's nobody in the world that I think would, think that he was lying there. You know what I mean? And then by the end of the video, he admits that it was all fake. He can't act, yada, yada, yada. But I feel like in the very beginning, it's set up like this is 100% real, And as a result of that, he gets his most viewed video and helps his channel tremendously. But because of that, he's able to share all these other videos that do exactly what he wants to do with that channel, be positive, this, that, and the other. So it's like this predicament of content creation. It's like, do you like, fall? Do you play the game in order to accomplish what you actually want to accomplish, or do you keep it real in order to, stay true? I don't know. I'm a fan of Darren Levy, so I'm not, necessarily critiquing him. I just think it's it's something that I struggle with, basically, where I'm like, I could fake a video and it could, really help my channel, but then I'm like, do I want to do that? I don't know, but I don't know. If I ever fake a video, I will be sure to let you guys know. And at the end of the day, he did let people know at the end. Oh, this was home. Oh, look, there I am live. Guy steals tips from Uber driver. I bet this is fake. Just because the guy's sitting in the middle.
Good. Rest of your night.
Yeah, this is fake.
Alright, boss, you take it easy. Have a good one.
Oh, but yeah, it's definitely fake. Look, he's got the money propped up on a cup. Like, that wouldn't even work if you were driving. He's probably not even driving.
Yep, you too. And you have a good...
Dude, this is just like...
Alright, boss, you take it easy.
Alright, so... I actually kind of give this guy credit for the... They almost did a good job. They got the keys dangling from the top to show that the car is moving, which, makes it look realistic. However, they're still dangling even when the car's obviously stopped. Which one is it? Which one is it? Oh, man.
And you have a good...
The DoorDash driver, man, this is, I'm telling you, it's slim pickings for people stealing from Uber drivers. That's,
Food delivery person, also be a porch pirate. That's a DoorDash worker, but she's not leaving a meal. Cops say instead, she's snatching a package right from the porch. Mr. Murray reports this is not an isolated incident.
The woman in the yellow skirt sure looks like she's making a DoorDash food delivery, but as she gets to the door, she grabs a package from the house on Long Island and takes off, sprinting back to her car. Similar incidents involving DoorDash and other food delivery companies have happened all over the country. This DoorDash driver drops off food at an apartment building in Berkeley, California. Before she leaves, she loads a bunch of packages into a post office container and carries them off. In Roanoke, Virginia, this guy shows up holding a bag with the DoorDash logo, then takes off with packages containing a new cell phone, among other items. Homeowner Catherine Schaefer says a guy delivering fast food took a package containing a dog toy.
I was really angry. We ended up getting it on.
So, first of all, can we just, this girl in the beginning, at least she has the sense, she's wearing sunglasses, and she parks away. So it's like, yeah, someone can probably recognize her, but it might be hard to track her down if she's not inside a dishing, But The fact that this woman has oh, you know what? I guess, see, I thought she walked in. I almost thought this woman was being awesomely stupid, but she's just being stupid. I thought she walked in with the post office cart.
Dash driver drops off food at an apartment building.
But she doesn't have the cart
in
there.
Berkeley, California. Before she
again, crime of opportunity.
Leaves, she loads a bunch of packages into a post office container and carries them off. In Roanoke, Virginia, this guy shows up holding a bag with the DoorDash logo.
This guy, he's got a bag with a DoorDash logo with nothing in it and doesn't leave the bag.
Then takes off with packages containing a new cell phone, among...
I've never understood the whole porch pirate thing. I mean, I guess it comes down to they're probably looking for money for drugs, but it's like, you're just like, it's total shot in the dark, as evidenced by this next story. You know,
other items.
We're talking about a dog toy that was stolen here.
Homeowner Catherine Schaefer says a guy delivering fast food took a package containing a dog toy.
I was really angry. We ended up getting on the phone, actually, with DoorDash for probably 2 hours that night.
DoorDash tells Inside Edition more than 90...
See, at that point, and this is something that I really, like, a huge takeaway. I think I got it from Uber, where I realized, like, look, at the end of the day, most of these people I'm never going to see again. And a lot of times people let their, like, emotions and, like, it becomes personal, you know? And so this woman spent 2 hours of her life trying to get to the bottom of this dog toy event. And yeah, there is an element of like, all right, you don't want this guy to do this again, but like, I don't know. I'm a big believer in people. It's going to come around. What goes around comes around. Like this guy is going, the guy who stole the dog toy is going to get what's coming to him, or he's going to change his ways before he does, which hopefully that's the case. It was like this lady spent 2 hours of her life on the phone with DoorDash for what? A $7 dog toy? You know, just report it to Amazon that it got stolen, and they're going to give you a new one, you know? Or if not, just pay $7 for a new one. Oh my God, 3/4 of your fries? That's hilarious. All right.
99.99% of all deliveries on our platform occur without any safety-related incident at all, including theft. We have zero tolerance for theft. As for the latest incident, DoorDash says the dasher responsible has been
You know, they always say that. There's a good chance that this woman wasn't even a DoorDasher. They just say that, and it's like they have no idea who it is. But the... oh, look at that thumbnail. What I like to think about is like the negative. Like I always think about the negative story, right? Like when you hear about a car accident, you know, there's a car accident on 95 on Friday morning. I try to think about the fact that were however many 900,000 cars that got to work safely. You know what I mean? Like I try to remember that. And like when I see a story like this, I think like, okay, this is Inside Edition reporting on crimes across the entire country of DoorDashers stealing. And one of the biggest stories they got from this was a DoorDasher that looked like a teenager stealing a dog toy. So it's like, yeah, it's frustrating, don't get me wrong, and people shouldn't steal. But it's like, if that's what's happening here, like, hey, man, maybe most people out there aren't these evil people, you know? Like, I guess what happens with stories like this is people say, oh, nowadays you can't even have packages delivered anymore. Nowadays, and it's like, yeah, nowadays, one idiot out of 100 is going to steal a dog toy. As you get your free food delivered from as you get food delivered from the internet. Like, I don't know, on the scale of good versus bad, like what a beautiful world that we live in, that you can go on your phone and order food and it shows up at your house. And yeah, there's a 0.1% chance somebody steals a dog toy from you, but you know, life's all about risk, baby, and that's a risk I'm willing to take if I order DoorDash. One of my rules in life is like I will never order DoorDash or Uber Eats. I just feel like if I'm going to eat fast food, like the burden I need to put on myself is to go and get it myself, you know? And not just fast food. Like if I'm going to order out, the burden I put on myself is that I have to go and get it. Cause man, I just can't, I just know if I fall into that trap of ordering out too often, I would do it. I would abuse it. I would abuse it. I think how do I say this? I can be a disciplined person if I need parameters, you know what I mean? Like I can if I make a rule never order Uber Eats, like I can do that, you know what I mean? And it helps me. But if I kind of half-ass it, I feel like I would just order it all the time. You know, I need to figure out a way to express that better. But I think you probably pick up what I'm getting down. All right, Lyft passenger bites driver after trying to steal his phone. Deactivated the new marginalized. $5 credit, yep. Excuse me.
An attack on a Lyft driver. This one right here. He called police on a customer.
Oh my God.
He says started harassing him.
If that's, I don't know if that's a guy or a girl, and if it's a boy, I mean, even if it's a girl, it's like, they look very young is what I'm getting at, which plays into my video from tomorrow.
Now, to an attack.
For tomorrow. I mean, that looks like a little kid. Video tomorrow about minors and Ubers.
Attack on a Lyft driver. This one right here. He called police on a customer.
Gosh.
Who he says,
Good
this
Lord.
one right here. An attack on a Lyft driver. This one right here. He called police on a customer who he says started harassing him at first and then got violent.
Oh
As
my
News 4's
God.
Miles Miller shows us, police are now working to
Dude, you see that? Sorry, I should let this play, but I bet he calls and he says the driver's hitting him. Man, you know, all that, man, this drives, this pisses me off.
First and then got violent. As News 4's Miles Miller shows us, police are now working to track her down.
It's a her.
Cameras rolling inside this Lyft vehicle as a passenger attacks the driver. It happened on Parsons Boulevard 2 weeks ago, and he's speaking exclusively to News 4.
I picked up this ride 2 blocks away, and then she wanted to make a stop. So at the stop, she got really violent. She started cursing me, and I ended up canceling the ride. She wouldn't leave. So while I was on the phone getting help from 911, she tried to snatch my phone.
When he tried to stop her, he was bitten. The bite mark growing in size over 2 weeks.
I still feel the pain. I feel there's a little lump there. The swelling was...
Oh my gosh!
And I took painkillers for 2 weeks, and it's almost 2 weeks now.
Nadeem ran away from the irate passenger, abandoning the car.
No, touch the car! They never made to touch me!
The woman calling her boyfriend to come help, but he realizes there's cameras inside and doesn't want to get involved. She jumps to the back of the car, admitting she wants to steal the car.
I'm on a job car working like that. You think what, bro?
Before disconnecting the camera, Nadeem says he's frightened to get behind the wheel.
People are a lot more aggressive, and their physical attacks, verbal attacks.
2 weeks after the attack,
I was told that the case has been closed.
News 4 obtained this police report showing the case was closed and no canvass was conducted by the responding officers.
NYPD has refused to pursue the case.
He called police today for an update, and when News 4 got involved, detectives amended the report, reopening the case. Neither the TLC nor Lyft.
That's life, baby. That's the way it goes. Man, I'm telling you, man, that breaks my heart. Well, good for NBC New York for whoever did this. But man, doesn't that just pisses me off? You know, if it wasn't for the news, this driver just would have been pushed to the side. And it's like, even with the news following up, maybe they just say they opened it, you know. Oh, that pisses me off. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys can, it looks like you can read her lips. After she bites him.
Vehicle as a passenger attacks the driver. It happened on Parsons Boulevard 2 weeks ago, and he's speaking exclusively.
See that? Right there. He hit me. It looks like she's screaming, he hit me.
2 weeks ago, and he's speaking exclusively.
He hit me, you know? And it's like, oh man, that's why I don't like driving like without not Uber, I don't drive without a camera. But if you're driving Uber without a camera, like you need to rethink your life right now because you're flirting with fire. And how? I mean, I talked about this in other videos before. Like this Uber driver has a video of the event, and he still gets pushed off by these detectives. You know, by the police. Imagine if he didn't have a video. This woman might be believed, you know? Oh my God. Yeah, so, and I've been meaning to do a, what do you call it? Like a dash cam review video for a while. Basically, there's two types of cameras. A regular camera is just hardwired in. You have I usually have one on my desk. You have like a little SD card where everything's saved. But there's some cameras that automatically save the video to the cloud. So, between me and you, aka between me and the whole internet, whoever decides to watch this, I just have an SD card. So if somebody were to steal my camera, I would have no evidence of, what happened. I think, I may be making this up, but I'm pretty sure Nexar, which is the brand that this guy's obviously using, I think most, if not all of their cameras automatically connect to the cloud. So even if this woman took the camera, like it sounds like she at least disconnected it. But who knows? Maybe he recovered it later. But basically, if the videos are connected to the cloud, even if they take the camera or if you're in an accident and, the camera explodes or whatever it is, the videos will be on the cloud. So that's really important to have. I like to gamble, though. So, I'm rolling old school. Wild. All right. Oh, this is a 20-minute video. I got to shake and bake soon. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, man. This got interviews and all. Oh, snap. Oh, all right. Let's rock.
Hey, Alpha. How you doing?
Oh, excuse me? No one even... Seriously. Hold on. Wait one minute. Listen to me.
Holy trigger warning, but I don't know if you guys caught that.
Listen to me. Seriously. Hold on. Wait one minute.
There you go. See that? Oh, good man, Daniel. You guys catch that? The phone. Thank goodness. That man, that's how you start a video. Hot damn. I like the editing too, putting some color to it.
Hey, Alpha. How you doing?
See, I've talked about this before. The Uber rider's name's Alpha. I doubt that's his birth name. Like the fact that you can just put in whatever name you want. If I see a name like that, I am out. I need a real name.
Hey, Alpha. How you doing?
Excuse me? No one even... Seriously. Hold on. Wait one minute. Listen to me. Okay, hold on a second.
Oh, hell yeah! Shake and bake, baby!
Scott Jaworowski?
He flipped it on him.
Good this time. And his attorney, Amy. Scott, we really wanted to talk to you about this incident. It happened right in our backyard. You're
getting into the car. It wasn't until he jumped me from behind and started pressing something into the back of my neck that I realized this was no longer a normal rideshare event. And at that point, I decided, okay, I needed to do something. I didn't know what they were going to do. I didn't know what he was pressing into the back of my neck. It turns out it was a cell phone, but at the time I had no idea of what it was. So I wasn't sure, if he was armed or not. I had his friend at the driver's side door was trying to pull me out of the car while he was trying to push me out of the car. My seatbelt was still on at that point in time.
So from a situational awareness standpoint, did you have your door locked? I mean, were you thinking about stuff like this prior to it happening?
When I saw them walk up, it looked like a normal ride share. The only difference to it being is they were masked. And the only other thing that struck me as a little odd was they weren't making eye contact with me as I came up. But again, not in something that was really ringing too many alarm bells.
Thanks to COVID rules, it's normal to wear a mask.
And at that point, because the door to my car was open, I couldn't reach it while I was still strapped in. As I stood up, I grabbed the gun, I brought it up on center on the guy standing outside. He threw up his hands, screamed, and ran off.
Oh, what a bitch.
In the opposite direction. And then I pointed the gun inside the car at the gentleman in there, and he screamed and ran off as well.
You can't really get to your gun in its door panel frame with the door closed? I'm just kind of...
With the door closed, I can.
Okay.
But the door was open because the gentleman outside the car had flung the door open trying to pull me out. So it's now 5 or 6 feet away from me. And while I have really long arms, they're not quite...
Yeah, when I first met you, I thought they picked the wrong guy that they're going to go after. What made you decide not to shoot?
As soon as they ran away. Their backs were to me. They were running away. They were no longer at that moment, viable threat.
Scott, I want to talk to you again about why you didn't shoot at the guy inside the car. I understand, we talked about the guy outside, threw his hands in the air and screamed and ran away. Now we're looking at, quite possibly, and you have your attorney, it's Amy Scholes.
Yep.
Amy Scholes is here with you, so I want to make sure that...
See, I'm curious to what he's going to say. To me, it's like, I'm not familiar with, I've heard of this channel before. It's like concealed carry. They go over instances like this. Yo, let's go, Mike Bolin. We're dancing our own, baby. Ring the bell. I started this thing, who's alpha now? That's right. Dude, my brain, I got to focus. I'm sorry. You say the Phillies and I get super excited. And then I remember what I'm doing here. But I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I was at the game on Wednesday night, and it was awesome. But anyway, yeah, who's alpha now? I love that. Don't bring a phone to a gunfight, baby. So I'm somewhat familiar. I've seen a couple videos on this channel. Basically, it's like guys going over instances like this, and I think it's great. To me, what's always really funny about, and maybe they're just going over this to kind of reiterate the point. I don't know their stance on this, but everyone I've ever met that carries, and maybe they're not being honest, but everyone always says, like, the last thing I ever want to do is use my weapon. The day I have to use my weapon is is going to be the worst day in my life. And I was like, dude, if that's the truth, like, I have a simple solution for that. If you don't want to ever use a weapon, don't have a weapon. But so, like, and then this guy asked this question, like, what was the decision not to shoot his attackers? And I think for a lot of people, like, he's going over this situation when he's in the car. Like, why didn't he shoot? Like, to me, it's almost like it's a non-question. Like, why would you shoot somebody? Actually, you know what? I am forgetting about the fact that this guy did push something to the back of his head, and I'm forgetting about the fact that I realize that it's a phone right now, and in the moment he didn't. So all right, you know what? I kind of take back everything I just said. Because if you put yourself in the shoes of, he just had something shoved in the back of his neck, and it wasn't. He doesn't know that it's a cell phone. I know it's a cell phone. We know it's a cell phone watching it, but he doesn't. So I guess this is a fair question. But I think the second the guy's back is to him, I don't know. It's
You don't say anything that's going to get you in any trouble, and I'm sure Amy doesn't want you to say anything that's going to get you in any trouble. But a lot of folks, and we talk about the Castle Doctrine protections in your vehicle, and here's some guys who are in your vehicle, and Amy, I'll go right to you on this one. Does Castle Doctrine protect you when you're inside, or provide you that basis of protection? I know I don't want to say protect you, but is Castle Doctrine covering you when you're in your car?
It can in certain circumstances, but in this case, because these two individuals were invited into the car, they're not breaking in, and so as a result, Castle Doctrine wouldn't apply then.
Interesting.
Okay, so did you know that at the time?
I did not know that at the time. My initial thought was they've surrendered. They've got their back to me. They're running away. And again, at that point, they're no longer a threat to me in that moment.
good, clear-headed thinking, and I always tell people the best fight is the one you're not in. If somebody's going to run away, let them run away. What did you do immediately following the incident? Okay, the guys are gone, and you get this, now maybe it's a 1 second time to go, okay, that's over, but then what happened?
After the guy in the back seat ran off, I walked around to the back of my car. He had left the passenger side door open on that rear side. So I walked around. I noticed in the back seat, he had dropped his cell phone, or not his cell phone, his car keys, his house keys, and some other stuff that was on a lanyard. So I reached in, I grabbed that by the lanyard. I closed the passenger door while keeping my eyes on the direction that they had ran off in to see if they were possibly going to come back. I walked back around to the driver's side, got into the car, started to drive off and called 911 at that point. The reality kind of sunk in once I got to the gas station and waited for the police to get there.
I gotta go, but I want to see this.
Amy, is there anything that he did right or wrong in that interaction?
Getting the rest of the interview from me, I pulled the SIM card from my dash cam and presented that to them and helped them figure out where the videos were that they were looking for on there. And two officers showed up about 15, 20 minutes later to take me back to where the incident occurred. And then they brought me back to the gas station.
Thing that he did right or wrong in that.
Yeah, I find this so interesting because, like, I know it always boggles my mind, but I know a lot of cops, and cops that I know tell me don't ever talk to cops, which is like one of the most mind-boggling things ever, you know? Like, I wouldn't, you wouldn't, I've never known a doctor to tell me, don't ever talk to other doctors and tell them about your problems. And in a situation like this, because he pulled a weapon and because gun laws are different in every state, I mean, just like what she mentioned, the Castle Doctrine doesn't necessarily apply because he invited him in the car, or he invited them into the car as a rideshare driver. Like, he could run into, you know, if it's a bad cop or if it's a jurisdiction where the DA is just trying to, you know, make a statement about people carrying weapons, he could have gotten himself in trouble. And, you know, the title for this chapter, or the title for the next chapter, is Firing One Round Would Have Changed Everything. So the fact that he didn't fire a gun, I feel, or didn't fire the gun, definitely has an effect here. But I bet, you know, any cop or lawyer would tell you if he did fire a gun, he should just lawyer up and not say anything. Not necessarily because he did anything wrong, but just because the laws, I mean, the laws are so conflicting and confusing, you just never know, you know?
Interaction with police, as he tells you about it right now. Should he have given his SIM card, or do you want to keep that? I know that, and I'm a police officer. I like people to tell me everything that happened. But I'm also editor of Concealed Carry Magazine, so I'm going to tell you not to talk to guys like me. And Amy's probably going to give you that.
That's what I just said. I hope I'm not hella quiet. I hope, sorry, I got to figure out how to get the sound from this on here. But this is literally just what I just said. I didn't realize this, but the host of this show on the left is a police officer. And so he says, talk to me. This dude, oh man. I might start doing react videos. I don't know what's the protocol with react videos. I feel like, you know, if I'm gonna put something out there, I want it polished and like thoughtful, and I don't want to waste people's time. But then, like, I don't know, aren't react videos supposed to be like reactions? So I'm like not being honest with the reaction. I don't know. Maybe they're just like takes videos, and maybe the react video thing. All right, I hope you can hear me. All right. What if I That might help a little bit. Dude, but let's just sit in this moment for a little bit. This guy on the left's a cop, and he's saying, I want you to tell me everything. But as the editor of Concealed Carry Magazine, I tell you, don't talk to people like me. It's literally just what I said. I know sometimes I make videos and people think that I'm like anti-cop, or people think I don't know what I'm talking about with police. It's like, I'm not that at all. This is literally a police officer right here saying, don't talk to cops.
Right now, should he have given his SIM card, or do you want to keep that? I know that, and I'm a police officer. I like people to tell me everything that happened. But I'm also editor of Concealed Carry Magazine, so I'm going to tell you not to talk to guys like me.
How
Amy's probably
crazy
gonna
is
give you
that?
Same advice, but based on what he just told you there.
Right.
Could you imagine any other profession saying that? Like, oh my God.
Look, this situation turned out as well as it possibly could have under these circumstances. As an attorney, I would advise no, we don't make statements to police without an attorney present. We don't provide that information without an attorney present, or certainly without at least consulting with an attorney first. Obviously, in this situation, Scott did everything right, and ultimately that has been shown with all of that evidence that the police were able to obtain and that Scott provided to them. Generally speaking, we would advise talking to an attorney first, but in this situation, it did ultimately work out.
Yeah, and what I've told people about, I'm trying to this situation.
I think we got just that.
I don't really think so.
I might do a
given the
video of
fact
that guy.
I would have, I assumed that they were legitimate passengers.
That, my friends, is a solid note to end on. Thanks so much for coming out. I don't know. Maybe I'll react to a couple of those videos, but regardless, got a video coming out. Somebody actually stole from me in my Uber. So that's why I was looking up those things. Thanks for hanging out. And new video tomorrow. And thanks for hanging out, guys. Catch you on the flip side. Have a great weekend. And let's go Phils!